Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. I hope you have subscribed the channel already. I am Chanchala Tiwari, your companion in this journey. Ability to speak empowers you, isn't it? If we are able to speak in a language, that's our ability and that really empowers us. If you are able to speak different languages, that means you are empowered with different skills. So the ability to speak empowers you to be fit in the speaking group which you want to join. Such as if you are able to speak Bangla, you can fit into the community of Bangla speaking people. To be confident as a member of the team or society. Believe in your spirit to make everyone understand what you believe in. If you are able to express yourself, if you are able to speak into that language, whatever you are believing in, you will be able to make others also believe the same, with the same conviction. Be in the sector which you want to be. That is a very important ability, and that is the real empowerment. If you want to join something, and if you are not able to join just because you are not proficient or fluent into a language, that's a big barrier. So if you are able to speak a language, that is a added benefit. It develops your personality. If you know many languages, people get inspired from you. To be fit for some specific kind of employment, there are some language skills which you must know in order to be in some type of companies. To feel elite, empowered, an extra added perk for you. So ability to speak really empowers us. Do you have the same language acquisition journey as me? Have you also learned your first language or mother tongue in the same way as I have? Let's see. So which language did you learn first? I learned my mother tongue first. Did you learn the grammar of your mother tongue first? I didn't learn the grammar of my mother tongue first. How did you start speaking your mother tongue? I started speaking my mother tongue as I was listening to my parents. Did you ever face any problem in learning your mother tongue? I didn't remember if I have faced any problem or not. What about acquisition of second language? In most of the Indian states, English or Hindi is the second language. So, did you face any problem in acquiring that language? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So, some basic facts about a language which we must understand before learning any language. Language is a skill which is acquired. It is not an inborn ability. Nobody born with a language. When a child born, they do not know how to speak. They just cry. They don't know any word or letter. But gradually, they imbibe from their environment and learn the skill of speaking into a language. One person can speak as many languages as they want. If they want to learn various languages, they definitely can learn various languages. Listening, speaking, reading, and writing are the basic skills of any language. There are several steps to acquire any language. For being proficient in one of the skills of any language, one need to able to acquire the other skills of that language too. So if you want to speak a language, you must know how to read that language or how to write that language, or if you are able to understand that language while listening or not is also very important to learn a language. In order to acquire the speaking skill of a language, one need to develop an understanding of that language. Why they want to learn that language is also very important. Now, how to approach towards acquisition of language? Actually, there are several means and ways to approach a language so that you can learn it. You can run behind books to learn a language. But listening and imbibing the language is most important key for learning, because we have learned our mother tongue in the same way. We have not read books in our mother tongue. Have you read your Bangla books before speaking Bangla? Have you learned your Bhojpuri books before speaking Bhojpuri? I don't think so. But by listening and by imbibing that language from our environment, we have learned that language. So listening and imbibing is very important. Ability to think in the language is important, to speak in that language. Then only you will be able to speak like any other first language speaker. If you are translating the things and if you are taking too long to translate those things, you won't be so fluent as someone else would be. Crack down the processes of acquiring mother tongue so that it can be applied for learning any language. How you have learned your mother tongue? When you were learning your mother tongue, आपको पता नहीं था what you are doing to learn that language. But now, being an adult or being a developed child, you must understand and you must have been figured out how you have learned that language. So now you can use and apply all those ways and means to learn the second language or any other language also. There are different ways to able to speak in a language. Like there are steps to learn a language, like with basic words and structures. Then you want to speak in a correct pronunciation and grammar. You want to speak fluently without the impact of mother tongue or accent. So gradually we try to minimize the influence of our mother tongue on the language we want to, or the second language, or specifically here we are talking about English. So we want to minimize the impact of the mother tongue, because when we speak the second language, we generally see that the impact of the mother tongue is there on the speaking of that foreign language. You must know the answer of these small questions before learning any language. Why you want to speak? Is there any purpose of speaking? Do you just want to speak because you want to impress someone? Or do you want to speak so that you can get some job? What is the reason? At what level you want to speak? Do you want to be a speaker just so that you can do your minimum works like Kaam Chalao type? What is the level which you want to achieve? Where you want to, or you have to speak? Is it your necessity to speak because in your working condition or in your working place only English is being spoken or any particular language is being spoken, so it is imposed on you to speak? Or you just want to speak for fun with your friends, with your relatives? Which words you want to use for making your speaking comfortable as well as effective? So you have to understand this. How much time do you have to develop or polish and practice your speaking skill? If you are starting right now and within a month if you want to learn and speak fluently, it is very difficult. In order to speak correctly, fluently, it needs time, it needs practice. So you have to understand how much you want to polish your language, how much you want to practice your language, so that you can be fluent and proficient in speaking that language. There are some basic ingredients in a speaking skills. Let's see. Understanding the nerve of the language, how it has been spoken by others or the native speakers, that you need to understand. What is the way, what are the means, how they are pronouncing the words. The vocabulary is very important, the set of words which you have for your language. The grammar, pronunciation, fluency, these are the very key things. And the key is to practice and practice. Without practicing, you won't be able to speak in a language. Words can create and words can destroy. So here you can see that I have tried to show few of the examples how to pronounce few words. Here I have shown that how to pronounce the word ending with ed. Like loved is pronounced as love. Wanted, wanted. Asked, asked. This ed is pronounced as t. Called, here this e is almost silent, called. So in this way you have to understand how to pronounce the particular set of words, the lexical set of words, and that need to be learned and that need to be practiced. So practicing is the key for learning any language. Now let's understand each of them separately. So what is vocabulary? So vocabulary is a set of words which you have in your bucket to use while speaking or for speaking. This means you need a bucket full of words to be a good and authentic and influential speaker of the language. Unless and until you have lots of words with you, you won't be able to speak. You would not know which word to use at what time. So vocabulary is very important. So you must have your buckets full of words. Is there any means to acquire this vocabulary? Yes, definitely. Through reading. Reading is very important. The more you read, the more you get. Listening is also another way to grab more and more vocabulary. You can add more and more words to your vocabulary with listening. Through words game, by playing word games, you can acquire very many words. Choose a word for every day and try to use that word in different forms throughout the day. For example, if you choose a word for a day like food, then you can use the word food with in different forms. I want to eat food. I want to taste this food. I want to give this food to someone. Can we share the food? May I share my food with you? Will you allow me to share your food with me? So in this way, you can play with the words. You can choose a word to learn and to make different kind of sentences with that word every day. Online, offline dictionaries are very useful. Take help from them. Synonyms for the words, another way to enhance your vocabulary. For example, if I took a word good, good can be replaced with many other words like incredible, amazing, outstanding, auspicious, precious, marvelous, wonderful. For example, if you want to say so good to see you, if you are meeting with someone and if you want to say so good to see you, instead of saying that, you can say it's wonderful to see you. The meaning is same, but your sentence is more powerful, more impactful than the previous one. Another example, instead of saying you are looking very good, you can say you are looking amazing. So the way you are using the words create an impact on the listener. So try to choose the words very carefully. And for choosing different words, you must have a very rich vocabulary. And for that, you need to do several things every day. You need to read a lot. You need to listen a lot. You need to play games sometimes. You need to do this exercises every day. Now let's see about grammar and its acquisition. Whenever we listen this word grammar, we think of so many rules, so many structures, and we think that, oh my god, it is so difficult to learn. But believe me, it's not that difficult. Grammar is the science of language which allows us to organize and structure our sentences in the way we want to speak or write. Whatever you want to write or speak, grammar is must, so that the correct meaning can come out. So grammar is a humongous area, means a huge area. It's a big area, but don't worry. Few grammatical errors once in a while can improve your speaking skills. Unless and until you make mistakes, you won't be able to speak correctly. So don't worry. Don't be hesitant about your mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes, but it is not okay to continue with the mistakes and to not to speak the language because of the fear of that mistake. So reading is the key. How will you acquire this grammar? By reading a lot. If you are reading a lot, you will understand how the sentences are structured into that paragraphs or books. Listening to a good orator is always helpful. When you listen to good orators, they speak very influentially. They speak correctly, and you would understand when and how to use that grammatical structures in the sentences. You will acquire that, you will imbibe that understanding into your speaking. So it is very important to read and listen. Get a grammar manual. It's always handy to have a good book with you, which can help you as a guide. Whenever you are making any mistake, you can always look into that. Work on the basics such as tense, preposition, verbs, adjectives, conjunctions, etc. You might be thinking that these are too many to learn, but actually no, these are not too many to learn. It's not too difficult to learn all of them, because when you will do reading, when you will do proper reading and proper listening, you will automatically learn the skills of grammar like tense or preposition or verbs, how to use them, where to use them. Adjectives are very important one, because these adjectives allow you to describe various qualities of any person, place or thing. So adjectives are very important. So actually everything is very important, but these are very easy also to learn. Like, you are very beautiful, and this beautiful is an adjective. When we listen adjectives, we think of something very difficult, but no, it's we use every day. Conjunction helps you to combine different sentences. It will allow you to make complex sentences in your long run. So try to learn these things, and practicing is always the key of learning any language or any subset of the skill. So keep practicing. Now let's see how to develop your pronunciation and fluency. So what is pronunciation? So pronunciation needs understanding of sounds and phonetics. Sounds and phonetics are two of the important parts of pronunciation. Correct use of stress, intonation, rhythm, are the ingredient of pronouncing a word. If you don't understand where to put the stress on the syllable, you won't be able to pronounce the word correctly. So it is very important to understand them. And you will not learn all these things within a day. It needs practice and patience. Fluency depends upon the processing of sentences in your mind and ability to express within an adequate span of time without fumbling. You will only be able to fluent when you understand that language properly and when you are able to construct sentences in your mind properly, then only you will be able to fluent. So you can achieve correct pronunciation and fluency only through these means, that is reading. Again, reading is really important. Unless and until you read a lot, you won't be able to learn anything. Listening, again, listening is also very important. How the word is being pronounced have to be listened, because English as a language have different set of alphabets and different set of phonetics. So you need to understand the sound, how many types of sounds are there, which sound need to be made for pronouncing which word, and these things you will only learn through reading and listening. Understanding of sounds. You can see here, this is a chart in which there are 44 sounds are there. You can see that every word has different type of sound. So if you were saying to, you are making the sound of you. If you are saying book, you are making the sound of oo, isn't it? If you are saying sit, here you are making the sound of I. If you are saying read, you are making the sound of double I type of. Men, A, and America, America, So it's not difficult to learn them, but if you will not practice, it will be difficult. Phonetics are also important. These are phonetical sounds. This box is of phonetical sounds. Syllables, every word have different syllables. There are 2-syllable word, there are 4-syllable word, 3-syllable word, 7-syllable word. So syllable is basically the way, like here you can see spider. So spider being 2-syllable word, spy and der are 2-syllable. So spider, window. So in this word window, you are stressing on window, turtle. So in this way, syllables, learning syllables and understanding syllables also helps you in correct pronouncing. Intonation allows you to understand where to put the stress, how to land the statement, and where to put the stress is also very important. Recording. Record the words you are speaking or record the lines, record the speaking part so that you can listen it back and you can correct yourself. So you can, by recording your own speaking, you can develop your pronunciation and fluency. So again, practicing is the key for developing your pronunciation and fluency of speaking. So be aware of it. Now, comprehension for speaking. This is also important. Now, let's see what is comprehension. Comprehension is the ability to understand or sort out the statements which you want to speak, choosing the appropriate words, using the vocabulary in such a manner that it can make the speaking precise and effective. So, comprehension helps you to make the speaking precise and effective. And for this, you have to choose appropriate words and use the vocabulary in such a manner so that it can make everything very effective. So, for comprehension purpose, you must have a good set of vocabulary, very good set of words. You must understand of contractions, phrases, clause, and proverbs. These are the contractions, like I plus am is I am, he plus will is he will. So these are the contractions. I have just tried to give you few of the examples. There are many contractions which are used in speaking as well as in writing, which you can find on internet. Throw of voice, pitch of voice need to be taken care of. When you are speaking, the voice, the way you are throwing your voice for the, or on the words, that will make the listener understand what exactly you want to say, what is your intentions, what is your, how you want to say the things, whether you are polite or you are in anger. That will also make others understand what kind of emotions you are throwing with the statements. So speaking is a skill which need a lot of arts. Use of chunk of words, that is also very important. That means that there are a word for different words. For many words there is one word, so which you need to learn and choose so that you can use them for making your speaking precise. Now let's see few of the key things which you must focus on for speaking a language. Expanding the range of vocabulary. So vocabulary is very important, and you must have a variety of words into your vocabulary. Then only you will be able to use them whenever you need them. Learn the natural flow of English language. Don't make it too mechanical. There are few people who speak the language like in a very mechanical way, which makes everyone understand that it is not their own language or it is not their first language. So try to understand the natural flow of any language, and then you will be able to use it in the English also. Confidence build up through reading, watching, and absorbing. These are the factors which will help you to build up your confidence. If you are reading a lot, if you are watching English movies or English news channels or English serials or interviews in English, and you are absorbing them, you will definitely build up a confidence which will help you to speak fluently. Self talk is very important. There are many people who feel hesitant, who feel not to talk with anyone, and in because of which they are not able to speak because they don't get anyone to talk. Because if they get someone to talk, they feel that that person might have a laugh on me. So instead of making a laugh out of myself, let's not talk. So if you're not getting anyone to talk, अपने आप से बात करिए. Self talk. Talk to your own self. Talk to yourself in English so that nobody is there to laugh on you. It will help you. Try to build or retell a story. Start with a small one in English. That means just take a topic and try to build a story or retell a story. Listen to a story and retell, यानी कि फिर से उस story को बोलना in English. Okay? So either you can build your own story or you can retell a story which you have heard or listened. And you can always start with a small one. You don't need to tell a very big story, 4 or 5 pages story. No. You can even start with a very small one, like once upon a time there was a king. He had 4 sons, one of them was died. Like this, you can try to build up a story and say it, narrate it to someone, or narrate a story which had happened to your family members or to yourself. Take a line and try to speak in different forms by placing the words in differently in the same sentence. That will also allow you to develop and expand your sentence and your vocabulary as well. Try to think in English and listen and rehearse in your own way. Rehearsing is very important. When you listen something, don't just listen and let it be. Listen and rehearse. Try to speak that with your own self. It will really build up your confidence as well as your fluency. I can give you one example of take a line and placing the words in different place and making different sentences. Like I am coming there. Here, if you put the word come at first place and I am there, the whole meaning will be changed. Come, I am there. I am there, come. Another statement, let us take another statement, that is, don't go, wait there. You can also say this, don't wait, go there. Don't go there, wait. Don't wait there, go. So, by using the same words at different places, we have changed the meaning, as well as the way we are speaking it also changed the meaning, and the listener can understand your emotions of speaking that statement. So here the intonation and stress play a role, play an important part. So happy talking, and please, if you like the video, then please don't forget to share this video with everyone, and please subscribe for more such videos. Thank you very much.